right, Ernie, on to a second overtime. We've had 11 ties, 11 lead changes. At one point, the Nets led by as many as 14 early on. The Bulls led by 11. A 16-2 run down the stretch in the fourth. Got the Bulls back in it. Williams off balance on that try. Then Heinrich with the save, but Lopez got a piece of it. And the Nets maintain possession. Williams with three. Rebounded by Noah.
Short arms, both of those shots. Well, he knew each shot was short the moment he released it.
Nate Robinson working off the pick. He's playing with 5 fouls. Here's Robinson for Boozer on a rainbow shot. Johnson, who hit that runner to tie the game at the end of the first overtime. Now to the fade and hits. Joe Johnson, 9 of 14, 19 points. And like Joakim Noah, playing with the plantar fasciitis.
Such a luxury to have two players who can create their own shots. There's Noah lining up the shot, getting it to go.
Doesn't he realize he's hurt?
Yeah. The last thing on his mind right now.
He has come on so strongly in the second half. 11 points, 10 rebounds in all. Bad pass, deflected. Here come the Bulls. Noah on the run. Noah lost it. Last touch by the Nets. Looked like Noah was pushed. The officials discussing that play.
Now they're going to look more, because this is overtime, they're going to see who the ball went off of. Last 2 minutes of regulation and overtime, any disputed play that goes out of bounds, the officials can take a look at.
Obviously, they're not looking at the contact. I thought Noah was shoved on that play.
You're not allowed to look whether there was a foul or not. That's not within the rules. This is all about whose ball it is. For Chicago, Marv, you continue to go to Robinson. Now, there's a lot of foul trouble in this game. Significant issues for the Bulls. Boozer, Heinrich, Robinson, all with 5. But for Chicago, you continue to go to Robinson because what's happening is Reggie Evans is flying to Robinson no matter where he is on the floor. Here's the replay. Looks like it goes off of Noah. So we'll see what the officials decide. I would assume Brooklyn ball, but when you watch what's happening with Chicago's offense, every time Robinson breaks free, Reggie Evans is double teaming anywhere on the floor. And remember, Chicago, a tremendous offensive rebounding team. So Noah, Boozer, they're wide open in the paint, either for drop-off passes or putbacks.
A long look from the officiating crew of Tony Brothers, Ron Garrettson, Eric Lewis. Back to the Bulls foul trouble for the Nets. 4 on Wallace, 4 on Evans. And it is net ball. They overturned the initial call that it was last touched by the Nets.
Heinrich actually put Noah in a tough spot there. There's the graphic. We talked about the foul trouble. But Heinrich forced that steal at the other end and threw a lead pass to Noah when the defense was already set. Heinrich would like to have that pass back. That really was the cause of the turnover.
Minute and a half gone by in this second overtime. The game tied at 1:23. Heinrich defending on Johnson, who fires. Back tap. And Boozer slaps it. Knocked out of bounds. The Bulls felt that it was deflected out by Darren Williams.
Now everybody's calling for the replay. This is the issue when you get a multiple overtime game. We could be looking at replays for the rest of the game. Looked like the correct call. Boozer is heading in that direction, and he swipes towards where the ball ended up going. And it's a tough one. They both have their hand on the ball.
The officials are looking to play on. They felt it was last touched by Boozer, but Tom Thibodeau said, hey, let's look at the replay, and he's correct. You got to look at it.
Williams going one direction. Those are the other. It's too close to call. I think Brooklyn has to retain possession, right? You can't overturn that.
Players putting forth a lot of minutes here this afternoon. 49 minutes for Dang, 52 by Heinrich, 48 for Wallace, 44 for Lopez.
And the 36 for Noah. Remember, he was supposed to be on the 25-minute restriction. In this game with the 1 o'clock start, about 36 hours after Game 3, so not as much rest. And you got to wonder how this is going to play out going forward, too, as the series unfolds for Noah.
Wallace, he took a shot, but the ball's knocked out of his hands. He's claiming he was hit, and no call.
And he got hit first on the wrist, then on the forehead. No call.
Fouled twice.
Yeah.
Here's Johnson for 3. And a loose ball foul on Wallace.
Brooklyn got the shot at one, though. Marv, the rotation from Robinson freed up Joe Johnson. Open 3, just couldn't get it to go.
It'll be Chicago back in possession. Game tied at 1:23, just under 3 minutes remaining in this second overtime. Nate Robinson has led the way with 32 points. Here's Robinson, banks it. Nate is 14 for 20 from the field.
I'm just not going to say anything anymore. That's okay. There's no other way to say how great he's been, so we'll just allow silence to tell the story.
One of the remarkable playoff performances of all time, that we're saying. Tony Brothers with the call. Bulls thought they had a tie-up, but the foul on Noah, number 5.
And this is what they've been doing. The Bulls just trying to run him off screens, and you see all the attention from that Nets defense, but he's in such a zone now, it just doesn't matter.
Johnson played by Dang. Here's Johnson. Ball knocked out of his hand. Here's Robinson with Wallace back. Robinson foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Now the question is, do we go over and look at another replay to determine whether it was flagrant? A close call. Robinson exhorting the crowd. He doesn't need to exhort the crowd. They're going to go nuts regardless.
So Robinson will go to the line. He is 3 of 3 at the line. We'll step away for a moment. Let's go to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. Ernie.
I'll make it quick, Marv. This game break, again, presented by the United States Marine Corps. And 6 minutes to go in the first half in Memphis. Eric Bledsoe at the line right now in a 40-36 game. The Grizzlies with the lead. Zach Randolph has 12. Tayshaun Prince, who had 10 points in the first 3 games total, has 9 in the first half. We will send you there when the game is over in Chicago. Back to you.
Apparently that was not a shooting foul. So the Bulls inbound. It was on a pass. And now here's Robinson for 3. Rebounded by Noah. Robinson again. Boozer keeps it alive.
Those offensive rebounds, Marv, because the attention Brooklyn is paying to Robinson.
Robinson. And this time Lopez rebounds. Incidentally, that foul on Wallace, number 6. He's replaced by C.J. Watson. And here is Watson from the corner. Evans, can he save it? No, he stepped out of bounds. So the Bulls back in possession. They have a 125-123 lead with 1:39 to go in this second overtime.
You have to wonder just about fatigue. Well, the guys have played so many minutes, and it's been incredibly emotional out here. Can they summon up the strength to knock down big shots here the rest of the way?
Williams defending on Robinson. Dang. Boozer with a duck under move. Kicks it out. Dang. 3 on the shot clock. Gets it inside to Noah. What a performance by Joakim Noah. 13 points. 12 rebounds. Timeout called by the Nets. The Bulls up by 4.
One of the best possessions of the game for Chicago. I think everybody touched the ball, and it led to multiple rotations from the Brooklyn defense. And finally, Deng frees up, knocks it down, 4-point lead.